I guess here, let's bring it all the way back. My question about racism is, how do we fix Twitter? Go.
Oh man, is Twitter fixable? First of all, it needs an edit button. I think that would go a long way. Second of all, I don't know, man. How do we fix Twitter? I actually like Twitter, I have to admit. I actually like it. After all these years, of using it all these years, it's been like 2 years. What am I talking? It's been like 2 years. But I enjoy it. And the reason why is because I'm very perceptive and I can use it to my advantage to find out who I want to speak to and who not to want to speak to, there's a lot of crap on there, obviously, but I've reached people I never would have reached, including yourself, without it, and these conversations that I've been having, not just on the show, but beyond, are extremely valuable. And it actually gives me an avenue to kind of circumvent some of the stuff that I experienced in law school and in my academic and professional career in terms of racism. You can bypass some of it. I like that there's a contingent of black people on there that I form community with, I think that it's got a lot of promise, and the one thing I'll agree with Angel Eduardo about, who I'm constantly clashing heads with, but the one thing I agree with him about is that it starts with a conversation, It starts from talking to people who think differently than you. People think that people don't change, but they do. People think that, that you have to beat someone over the head in order to change their mind, right? And it's not true. I think that you just have to talk to people. They're definitely going to experience pain. It's painful. Changing your mind like it is. You can get used to the pain, you can build up a tolerance and whatnot, but it's not easy. So I just think that Twitter, the thing that would help Twitter the most is if people used it differently than they use it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is to actually try to communicate.
Yeah. Well, that's largely my beef with Twitter. I don't have a problem with the concept of a site like Twitter existing. I have a problem with the way that it's very clearly a Skinner box that's designed to it's not it. Twitter, it's good that you have found community on Twitter, and I know other people who have, but that is, I think, an anomaly. Twitter is not a place for building community. Twitter is a place to throw a bunch of people together and make them as angry as possible at one another and use that rage to generate unique impressions for advertising.
It's definitely how people are using it. That's true, but
well, I mean, I think that's baked into the cake, right?
It is baked into the
Twitter
cake.
incentivizes exactly. That behavior. By the way,
you're 100% correct about that. Yeah, I can't fix capitalism. Well,
then what are we even doing here, man?
I know, buddy. I think about it a lot. I don't know what to do about it. I'm not financially the most knowledgeable person, on economics and finance, because it's rigged. I know enough to know that much, and so I'm kind of I don't know how to fix that stuff. I don't know how to fix the economic structures that continue to perpetuate inequality because there's no will to do so. Right? I think the majority of Americans want things to stay the way they are, actually. So I don't know. I think that we're just going to have to continue to suffer until things get bad enough that people connect their suffering to a corrupt capitalist society that's out of control with the lack of accountability that's extreme. So... Yep. I'm ready to go on that ride.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour-long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support and see you next time.